My goodness. There was plenty of gas left in the tank today, it looked like. Compared to Thursday night where I think that the legs got a little bit slow, these guys gave it everything they had today, and down to the final, down to the buzzer, and it just, Nicholls State comes out on top by 3.
Got the last play, that big turnover by Devontae at the end. It seems to me that our team responded to the idea of a little bit of desperation or fear, if you will. Desperation is always not a negative word, but just that we responded. We knew there was a sense of urgency to try to take one of these 2 games. Frankly, I feel very good bouncing back from Thursday, 3rd game in 6 or 7 days. Team responded. Good performances from Devontae, good performances from Ochi, good performances from Dre Evans. They responded to what was needed. And, these aren't the 2 toughest teams in the league, but they're certainly in the middle of the pack, and they'll be fighting it out for the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th spot in our league. And they have a little bit of an advantage over us right now. The good news is, every team deals with adversity. How you deal with it's going to be really big. And we've had this bump in the road, and I really hope this is as bad as it gets. But we start to get guys back this week, and we get at home for 4 games. We get 2 games that we need to really take care of. We can't stumble. We need to hold serve at home. But I thought we took a big step forward with the guys we did play. I thought there was just a greater sense of urgency and taking care of the ball a little bit better. Certainly their style helped a little bit. They didn't press us at all, so we had enough trouble with turnovers. Devontae had 5 tonight, which negated an otherwise very good performance. But we had the energy, and a lot of guys, as you said, logging minutes. We had the desire, and we had a chance at the end of the ball game. Maybe the last play call, I wanted to isolate Ochi on that block over there. Maybe I could have found a better way to do it. I don't know. We were reversing the ball, and Devontae took off on the dribble, and they did a good job of scraping it out from behind and knocking it away. And then we had to foul. They made free throws, and that gave them the edge by 3. And that was a disappointment. We had to be down 1 with the ball and a chance to go ahead, but a good competitive basketball game. A good basketball game today. It was a good game. And, I would have liked for us to gotten this one today and go to 1-1. It's disappointing, but I guess I'm pleased with the focus, the concentration, the effort, because those are the ingredients that will come back to us once we get our depth back. We're doing it shorthanded. We do this and keep this, and that's what I told them in the locker room. Keep this feeling and form and push and hunger, then I think you're going to be just fine. Don't be satisfied. Don't feel like, oh, we're okay. We're not okay. But you did all right today. We did all right, and now we've got to get back, get rested, and start to become more complete, more depth. And I hope that these experiences in Thursday and Saturday growing, being able to take on multiple roles in a short period of time, being able to be tough, learning how to play in these environments will help us in the next 16 games. They've got to come back and help us in different places at different times.
They've got a couple of guys that, 6 of them to be exact, that have logged a lot of minutes here this week. What do they do in the next day or 2 to kind of...
Not much. Not much. Cold tub, stay off their feet. For us right now, it's even difficult to get in and play 5-on-5 right now. We used to like to, not until very recently, we liked to practice 4-minute scrimmages at the end of practice. I'm afraid to do that right now based on some of the injuries we've had and everything like that. We're still not probably ready to do that. So, but they get tomorrow off. We're going to bring Antonio Benton in. We're going to bring in Jeff Ricard, and those guys will get a good workout tomorrow. We'll do some skill development with them, and that's going to be important. And trying to get them back. And I think after tomorrow, Antonio's clear. So, but Jamichael, 33 minutes. I think those are good minutes for Jamichael. But Devontae Upson with 39. The good thing is these are guys that we talked about all in the last 10 games, 12 games, the first month and a half or so of the season, about newness to the program, newness to what the Division I's experience is all about. Well, they certainly have gotten a lot in a week's time, so there's got to be a benefit to that. And, we're disappointed at the 0-2 start, but we understand it to a degree. We're trying to keep it in perspective. What we have to do is really, not make this game complicated. Things that kept us in this game, loose balls, rebounding, fighting, the energy level, like you mentioned. Those are the ingredients that are going to keep you in a good place. And then we have to turn this into, the whole team being in that place. And we're working on that. We'll continue to work on it every day.
Coach, come up short today, but like you said, encouraged by the performance and where this is going to put you going into the next couple of weeks with 4 in a row at home.
There's no question, and have 3 guys in double digits. And, again, I wish Ochi maybe a little more, but not bad. He and Z go for 25 points. And it was kind of a slow game. We played, our goal was we weren't sure how long the zone would work, and it did a great job for a long time. It bought us 10 minutes, and those 10 minutes were crucial. Nobody but Josh had foul trouble. And so even though we got in a little bit of foul trouble in the second half, we could go the next 30 statistically, that there weren't enough minutes to get it to foul us out anymore. So the zone did its job. And ironically, at the end of the first half, we had switched to man-to-man almost exclusively the last 8 to 10 minutes of the half. They at times ran some zone offense, which was great. It fell right into kind of what we were doing. At least that's what we thought they were doing. And they weren't, they were using long possessions. We were coming down trying to be patient. I really felt like if we could have made one more offensive play, just one more offensive play, we could have gotten that 3-point lead, because it was 1 and 2, but we never got that 3-point edge, where we could not give up a 3 and make them go 2 at a time. But, they really just became a game of them getting the ball to the top area and isolating us and going one-on-one, and Dan Thomas did a nice job of that. But, we thought the game around 60 would be right, and I think we were spot on again. And I would have liked to have seen Josh knock that shot in, and it almost went down, and see if we could have gone to overtime. I think it would have been very interesting. But, there's some good things to take out of this. I think you witnessed this from Thursday to Saturday, a team that improved, that's very shorthanded. Now let's get Antonio and hopefully Jeff back sometime soon, but Antonio back for sure this week. That just gives us a whole nother dimension, a whole nother rebounder, a guy who's capable of double-doubles and points and rebounds. It's going to make a big difference. So we'll keep our head up, keep working, and start working these next 16 games, 9 at home and 7 on the road, and start digging in some wins and start building some momentum for ourselves.
Well, Coach, thanks for joining us, and we'll catch up with you next week.
Thank you. Appreciate it.